This is tutorial website builder content block part 2, using the content block in the site builder. What we're going to be doing is learning a few different things that we can do with content blocks in the site builder for Godaddy. I've got this particular website broken into 3 columns. You can set the columns under popular, and you go to columns and you just drag it to where you want the columns to be and drop, and it'll give you the option of setting a 2, 3, 4 or a 5 column format. I already have this one set up as a 3 column format. We have a white background, and what we're going to be doing is learning, first of all, the different tools available across the top here. One, this column, this is for moving the column. So if I want to move this column to a different position, all I have to do is just grab that column and move it. The system will actually allow you to drag a column off to just oblivion, but you can't publish the site that way. So you have to stay within these what are called drop zones. So you mouse over a drop zone and drop that text. So we have this set up as a 3 column. Part of what we can do also within that column is there's the block designer. The block designer allows you to change the background like I have for here. You can do an outline, so you can highlight text and have an outline. A lot of times if you wanted to have a coupon or something like that, you could use the outline tool with a dotted line to create kind of a coupon effect. And it gives you different lines of thickness for that border, and the cell padding and the cell padding over here. Now the cell padding for this is important because we want to set the cell padding so that each column doesn't have text butted up right next to each other. So if I left it at 0, that text is going from edge to edge, top and bottom. This one's already been formatted for 20 pixels. So I have 20 pixels of space, top, sides, and then the bottom. So I want to make sure that when you're doing a 3 column format, if you've got a lot of content going across the top, you want to line that content up. So on this one, we're going to reset this for 20 pixels. And that way it gives us a nice spacing between the columns and makes it a lot easier to read. The reason we want to do columns is because we don't want content going all the way across the top or across your page. A lot of times this is really hard to read if you have a lot of content. If you just have a little bit, then it's okay, but most of the time you want to set your page to where you actually have your content in columns. And the way we've got this one set up, we have it going across the top. One of the things that you have to remember with these content blocks is that people need to read your information. This is very easy to read. There's a contrasting in the color, the font, and the background. This middle column is a little more difficult to read. We've got it set with a background color of gray, and we've reversed the content here. The way you do that is you just select the content, go to your tools, select color, and go to white or gray or whatever color you want. This particular one we've got it set as white, and then you click OK. Now on this 3rd column we have, again, everything's set up, so we have this column on the 3rd that has an actual linked content. Now as I mouse over it, you can go from blue to kind of an orange color. The way you can change that, if you wanted to, is under Style. You go to Colors under Style, and these are the color descriptions for your site. Everything is in hexadecimal. That is basically for web colors. So if we wanted to change the color of our link, then we can either select a color from a pre-existing hexadecimal color factor, or we can use their color wheel to pick a color. We wanted to have those links to be kind of a reddish color. Now there's three different areas here for a hyperlink. Hyperlink text is what it looks like before it's clicked on. Hyperlink visited text is if they come back to it after they've clicked on it, and the hyperlink mouse over is what it looks like as their mouse or their keystroke goes over that link. Sometimes in the templates there's no underline for a linked text. Sometimes they do have underlines, so this gives it just a little added visibility as a link. Then you just click OK. Now our links are this color, and if you mouse over it, it's that kind of a salmon color. You want to have contrast in your links. Again, everything is about visual, so you want to make sure that your links are visible. You can even go in and underline it if you want to make it more like a traditional link. Okay. I think I underlined it. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's the three basic column format. A 4 basic column format and a 5. I use a 5 for like coupons or building icons and things like that. The content you can also put in here just like you would anything. Delete it. So that's a basic content about it using the padding.